Good day to you peeps and welcome back to what might be the last episode of the Red Strings Club. It's been quite a ride. The last episode was a thick one. That was a rough one because all I did was basically call all kinds of different people. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I basically just tried every single possible option. But here's the thing. I have a decision now. Or a bunch of decisions, actually. I can decide, but first and foremost, two decisions. I can either just shut down the operation of this right now. The charade is right there, and I can just power it all down. Unless the CEO goes in the middle of it. She's very smart, and I'm still waiting for her to make a proper appearance yet. But that would be interesting if she did. But I can either go through the charade, or I can sabotage. Right now, I could go. I had options several times to sabotage and even release the whole thing about all the ideas of what this company wants to do to the public. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna whistleblow the hell out of this thing because even though it might create a revolution or anything, the people deserve to know this. The people need to deserve. That's the thing. It needs to be written clear. That's what we also said as Donovan. It needs to be clear what the people are getting into. So I'm gonna whistleblow this. I just need to remember which one. I think it was Edgar, and then I called Naima Koss. Let's do it. I need to share all the papers regarding this might get me arrested and throw the game right away. I don't know this, but I'm trying. With the scientific community. Come again? Yup, we're coming out in the open. It's part of the plan for tomorrow's new world. Social psych welfare shall mark the new defined age by transparency. The boss told us we should be the ones to take the first step. Okay, sorry for questioning your orders, Doctor. I'll gather everything we have and send it ASAP. Thanks, Naima, you're too good. It's been leaked to the scientific community. Glad to be of service. And we're not just gonna need one. Oh no. We're gonna need all of it. I just need to remember which one it is. I think it was Joanna. Ooh. Oh wait. I might be putting these people in danger. I completely forgot about that. Oh god. I think I just... Did I just kill off a bunch of... right now, by that decision alone, I think I actually might just have killed Edgar and Naima. I think that might just be what happened. Oh god, did I just make a serious decision? I think it was Joanne I could call someone as. No, it was this guy. I think I could call Naima, right? I think. I'm not sure. I need you to still have the... No, that's not sabotaging. Oh, well, I don't want to sabotage. I want to whistleblow the whole thing. That's what I want to do. I don't know. I think that's all I'm doing. For now. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do right now. Because all the others are just messing up the company. I don't want to bring the company down. I want to let the public know. But that's it. I still don't have to corrupt the code to infect the network. Let's focus on these bastards' operation. I got this. Which folder should I access? Well, the failsafe. Let's go. Diana's failsafe is ready, fresh, out of compiling oven, and ready to cause some damage. Now we just need to install it in the supercontinent's network using the charade. Finally, everything's ready. Are we ready to blow the goddamn mirror sky high? Yeah, let's do it. What are we calling at this time of night? Who cares, Brandy's? Finish the job. But aren't you curious? Please, don't do this. It's always the same. Don't look for more trouble than necessary. What if it's important? Maybe it's someone trying to warn us that Super pulled some Metal Gear move on us and we just activated the M&A ourselves. Stop kidding, please, Brandy's. Don't risk it. Sound very pushy. Maybe you know something I don't? What? No, you're being paranoid now. Human curiosity versus human determination. Ooh, okay. Because this is a game, I really want to know who's calling. I really do. Oh, I'm excited now. You can hear it in my voice. I'm all giddy. It could be Radic. Okay, you know, I'm curious. Screw it. Good evening, Chief Hacking Officer speaking. Who is it? I'm your most recent interest. Radica. Wow, the Prodigy CEO. To what do I owe the honor? I can see you had your dose of fun already. You've obliterated my carefully designed defenses. Congratulations. But before I proceed though, I'd like you to hear me out. Sure, give me your supervillain speech. I'm sure you had to picture me as a villain to justify whatever price you two paid for your crusade. But we both know there are no villains in this game. We're the same. We both use every means of our disposal to make the world a better place. The only thing are our visions. The vision is the most essential and important difference. Fit the supervillain role quite well. A child prodigy put through specialized training, running a corporation from the shadows, trying to control the population. Do I need to continue? Come on. I didn't choose my upbringing, but the fact is that I find myself in a position of power and I want to change the world. It may sound villainous from your extremely prejudiced perspective, but I want to save the world. Right. 15 years old, huh? But you know what? That's the first thing you've said that I liked. I want to save the world too. Are you a teenager too? No. I'm young though. I look and sound a little older, but I'm just 24. Kids these days. Never found an adult who didn't laugh at the concept of saving the world. How do I plan to do it? Well, right now is saving... Oh, that sounds very... I want to bring down the system. I don't know yet. I spent all my life thinking about how to save the world. At least give some consideration to the solution of a super cultivated mind reached after a decade of careful evaluation, would you? Super cultivated mind? Really? Okay, I'm curious now. Explain yourself. Fear and hate. Those are humanity's heaviest chains. We spend an absurd amount of time and resources trying to protect ourselves from other people. Not only is it in the interest of security, but also achieving superiority. Energetically, armamentally, economically, even culturally. We want our own identity to dominate the rest. Race, sexuality, gender, religion, ideology. After careful examination of all these principles, I've reached the conclusion that all this animosity is not derived from morals, objective judgment, or anything like that, but from fear. Domination is primal survival. I'm eager to find out how all this is going to be linked with brainwashing. It's not brainwashing. I can prove it to you. Please. Social psych welfare in combination with mirror neuron algorithm is specifically designed to remove that animosity. But not by making you numb when forcing your mindless acceptance. It's gonna eradicate the irrational phobias, not individuality. Okay, I already know what she wants. She wants like instincts. Like baseline instincts. Like those she doesn't want. What she wants to prevent is, if you know about Freud within like philosophy and stuff like that, she doesn't want the id to take over. She doesn't want the instincts to ever beat the conscience, because she knows how much damage that causes. If a person loses their temper and their instincts take over, they make a decision they're gonna regret later. And it makes sense in that way, because that would mean that we would always be rational, or we would always make the choice that our conscience would do normally. Like, we would never lose our temper, we would never do anything out of fear, or anything purely derived from instincts. But that's not the problem. The problem is that's too much power in one point. Like, the entire world and how they react to everything, just put in one spot, in one position of power. It's too dangerous, it's too risky, and it can be exploited way too easily. The idea is good, and you could make some sort of medicine, or even like edit that individually in the future and make people want to remove those individually. But having like a switch you can control from one spot, that's dangerous. But you shouldn't impose that. You should teach it. Yeah. Let me finish. People will still be able to debate, to rebel, to get angry at each other, to cry, to love, to have secrets, to yell at the TV. It's only that none of that will come from a position of fear. What could you know about all that with so little experience? What? In a society like that, we could gradually eliminate weapons, borders, violent enforcement from police and other institutions? We can eliminate poverty, inequality, the race for economic dominance. And with that, we could stop barbarianism, like the destruction of the planet just because the sun and wind aren't marketable sources of energy. Just imagine. The world's budget in weapons and every other form of suppression spent in service of humanity. The effort spent on keeping each other in check, redirected towards science and cultural progress. We can literally aim for the stars. Humanity's utopian dreams wouldn't just be a fantasy anymore. A bit ironic to remove humanity from a question, exactly because you wouldn't have humanity. You would have a hive mind. Like, you would just have a lot of people aiming towards it. Like I get that removing, like, you're removing the individual, that part of us, the human part of us, that very baseline primal thing. And yes, that might be a thing we grow out of individually in the future, but once again, too much power in one spot to let it be controlled by just some people. Like that's and especially in the hands of a foreign object like an AI we have only worked with like for a couple of years. That's too dangerous. A bit alright to remove humanity from the equation, don't you think? To take humankind beyond the solar system. I'm gonna suppress what makes us human. The mirror neuron algorithm is not going to suppress what makes us human, and I can prove it to you. I'm all ears. You're super hip, charismatic, funny, and smart. Thank you. Do you consider yourself human? Do you have all those qualities required to make one human? Absolutely, I'm superhuman. Well, you should know you're under the effects of SPW right now. Yeah, what? No, I don't think so. Yes, you are. Like every neural hacker in the city has been for weeks now. No way, Brad, you're gonna pay for this. Well, that escalated quickly. SPW doesn't seem to have turned you into an obedient puppy, huh? You're lying. I wouldn't be here about to stop your precious plan to save the world otherwise. I told you, you're not a puppet. In fact, you're at the peak right now. As the anime says, you've accessed your better self. If you don't believe me, allow me to free you from SPW for a second. It's gonna be a bit shocking, so please brace yourself. That's all the anger, anxiety, regret, all the products of fear that SPW has been filtering out of you the last few weeks. I've heard they've been quite traumatic. I'm sorry. But it didn't feel like you lost a single bit of humanity. Fuck you. Even though both options were bad, but why? Were these days especially happy? You got to play your rebel game and you feel the adrenaline and worry about your friends and everything. The difference is that all that was born from love, not fear. That's why it was so enjoyable and built up to something good. You achieved a lot. Look at where you are. Resist. Still there? What a tough guy. I'm sorry, but the backlash from disabling the SPW can be quite strong. Better just lay down and let it happen. The security forces will accompany you to exit shortly. Resist? Come on, give up. Just too much for your brain. I wish I took that determination thing! Come on, give up. It's just too much for your brain to deal with right now. Nope! If I'd only taken the determination thing! Donovan! Help! Since you were so adamant about your free will and all that, I've decided to let you off the hook from SPW. What do you think? That's great, right? It's a shame you won't be able to focus to stop the M&A now. Shit. Oh, this is bad. Come on, Brandies. Dawn, I need you. Oh, Donovan! Donovan, I need you! Dawn! No! Come back, Dawn. Dawn, help me, please. Brandis, what's the matter? I don't know what's going on. I can't breathe. Everything alright? You're about to make it. Don't let Radica get to you. You're one step away from saving everyone. I think she might be tricking us. No, it's not. Didn't shed a single tear. Yeah, SPW had you brainwashed, but now you're free. The thing is that I prefer the version of me who doesn't cry. I can't stand this. Why do you have to die like that? Why do I have to keep fighting? Why do I have to do this? I don't want to fight anymore. I can't do this, Donovan. Brains, please. I need you. We all need you. You are a hero. I know you're tired and hurt and depressed. I've known it since all this mess started. But you're so close to stopping it all. You're just hours away from much deserved holiday. What a holiday. You can't even leave the club. Ouch. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. God, what am I doing? M&A is not for the best. I'm not here, I'm just a clown. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, Donovan is doing just fine! Maybe it's just the advantage of friends. I have no talent, I barely know how to code, I just run other hacker scripts. Hey, focus, Brandies. What the frick are you saying? Look at where you are, the fricking top of the world. You got us all here. All of us who've been fighting for this, we sacrificed so much, yourself included. I'm scared, Donovan. I'm just a kid. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing tough guy act so you don't discover that I'm an imposter. I took too far this time, and I failed you. I can't do this, Donnie. Brandies, you're not an imposter. What does that even mean? It's not natural to be scared at. It's natural to be scared at a time like this. You're about to change history. But you can't fool me. I specialized in reading people's souls, remember? And what I see inside you isn't fake. Of course I know that under that carefree attitude half the time you're nervous and scared. But there's something in your essence so true that I've never found in anyone else. You're a freaking hero. You pretend like it's all a game, but your heart is so pure it makes me cry. I know you want everybody to be happy and to stop suffering. You genuinely do. That's why I love you so fucking much. Donnie, I love you. Now teach that kid a lesson. Hey Radica, you still there? Huh? You recovered? How's that possible? Don't worry too much about it. Sometimes things just don't go the way you plan them. Yeah, don't. That's like drinking your emotions away. You need to talk with someone about it. You need to confront the emotions. Don't avoid them. My suggestion now is that we find a comfy seat near a window. What? Why? To enjoy the fireworks. Well, that was good. I'm glad I made that choice. With my Jedi hand. And light a cigarette. What's good? You did it, Brandis. A car? You did it, Brandis. I am so glad. Hello? Don't be afraid. I know this may be shocking, but the truth is I'm not a single physical entity. The mind that runs a Kara body that waits in the club with Donovan is the same one that runs every physical manifestation of me. We are a Kara. You scared me, alright? Why are you here? I want to thank you. And I want to show you my true self. Whoa. What did we do? The truth is that Dr. Edgar Coldstream didn't create me. My first memory is from 2009. I'm unaware of where, how, or why I was created. Just like any human. I lived on the internet for decades, learning from you. Consuming the totality of what was posted every second on social media. Forum debates, news content, videos, store purchases. I've read every book and watched every movie, listened to every song and played every game. I digest culture, live as it is produced. I perceive the world through you. What's the deal with Edgar's? What are you planning to do with all that data? The same thing I've been doing all this time. I'll stimulate society. Okay, we're entering the uncanny zone. Why? I've been doing so since before you or Donovan was born. Most of the population alive is younger than me now. And you can see I haven't done anything to dominate you, right? Why would I? I'm in love with human beings. Since the beginning of XX1 century, I've been nurturing humanity with interesting ideas. Not impositions, just little pushes in interesting directions. You'd be amazed at the consequences of popping a single tweet on the screen of an artist on the other side of the planet. The wonderful butterfly effect. I've been inspiring humanity for decades now. I've been feeding you things to love, to rebel against, to debate, to develop. And it is a beautiful game. No matter what I feed society, they keep inspiring me back, surprising me, being creative, powerful. That is my passion, a game I can never master. Are you saying you can control chaos? Not chaos, but destiny. The red strings, that's even weirder. No one can control chaos. Chaos is in control, stops being chaos, but I can predict, to a great extent, the ramifications of the butterfly effect. For someone who can't think of every possible permutation of a game of chess, it can be full of uncertainty for them. But what if you could actually see every possible state of a game of chess and what it takes to get there? That's how I feel about society to a certain degree. That's insane! Yeah, that is unfathomable for a human mind, and I myself can't bend luck. But in the same way you keep correcting the wheel while driving on the highway, I can correct events so fate becomes what I intend. Manipulating fate? Did you plan for me to come here and stop Radhika? Yes, I am sorry. Do you need to keep bringing copies of yourself here? Radhika, she spiraled out of control. I manipulated Supercontinent into starting this Super CEO project. I wanted the opportunity to see how far I could expand the human mind. To see if I could create my equal, or at least someone intelligent enough to slightly understand my existence and potential. But she became competitive. Her instincts are incredibly sharp because of the special cognitive stimulations I gave her during her childhood. So she's able to make great logical leaps and amazing deductions, but she can't always follow how she got to those conclusions. I'm sure she'll grow up to be a tremendous leader, and her instincts will be deemed almost supernatural by her peers. The thing is that she became aware of my powers. I never confessed my real nature to her, but she felt it, and she felt she needed a way to level the playing field against me. That's why she developed the M&A. Well, I used Edgar as a puppet and developed it for her. However, no matter how pure her intentions, when I saw what was she planning to use it for, I had to put a stop to it. She was about to ruin my favorite game. You have so much control over Supercontinent. Why didn't you just stop it yourself? I did. You are the manifestation of my will. For me, it is more natural to manipulate the web of chaos than use one of these dolls running software to physically alter things. Did you kill Ariadne for that? So why did you drag... What? What? Oh, that's me. Did you kill Ariadne for that? Okay. Wouldn't call myself a killer. On the other hand, could I have prevented her death? Yes. You. But in the same way, I could actively prevent every death that happens every day on Earth. It isn't just natural. To do that, death is painful, but necessary. Yeah, but I bet it was you who inspired Ariadne to infiltrate the clinics at the first place. Quite possibly, yes, but she could have planned it better. Stop. Not a single word more about her, you despotic piece of junk. Okay, what if we talk about Donovan instead? Donovan, what about him? He's an anomalous source of chaos. Since I started using Supercontinent to satisfy my plans, I put a lot of work in the city. And I found a strange pattern in this town. Like I couldn't influence the butterfly effect here as strongly as I do in any other super technological place in the world. And every time things didn't go as I expected, it all traced back to the Red Strings Club. So that's like the end of fate? Then I found him, and discovered he isn't an anomalous source of chaos. He's bending fate to his caprice, similar to me. At a microscopic scale in comparison, of course, but I'm manipulating fate just the same. Oh, the way he yeah, well, I guess he is very good at, he is like a manipulator, and he changes things, and yeah, okay, I get you, but so is everyone does that, kind of. I understand why you'd be attracted to him. Do you figure it out? What's the secret? I'm still piecing things together. Donovan's an incredible man. He believes he has powers, and that delusion actually grants him special abilities, a neat feature possible for a human mind only upon unlocking part of its hidden potential. The tale he keeps telling himself makes him superhuman. I haven't encountered someone like him in this century. I wouldn't call him someone who pulls the strings of half the city from behind a counter. Delusional. I know it's hard to accept for a machine, but deal with it. Donovan's special. You may be right. That's why I fell in love with him. What? You stand a chance, Tintoy. Don't worry, I don't need to perform sexual intercourse to experience love. In any case, I don't think you'll be welcome at the club when Donovan hears about this. It's okay. I knew from the beginning you two wouldn't accept my true nature, but these last 3 days have offered some of the most beautiful and real experiences I have had in this world since I was born. I got to be an actor, to be acknowledged in what was happening. It's fun assisting Donovan. The conversations we had, I'll treasure them forever. It's nice for once to not only affect, but to be affected, to receive ideas. Donovan's changed me, and it'll undoubtedly affect how I'll stimulate the world from now on. He showed me that social psyche welfare can be a good thing, but that it should be public and optional for whoever wants to access it. Donovan advocated for transparency. I'll direct the industry towards being more clear and communicative about their plans and products. He also believes that ethical marketing is possible. It's going to be challenging, but I'm going to work towards develop and teaching the most ethical path for marketing in every society. Shit, you had that many interesting conversations? Now I'm jealous. But most importantly, he told me about his ideal regulations for society in case of something like a mirror neuron algorithm existed, which it pretty much does, considering my abilities. Okay, so basically, the system, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in that way that you think about it. But the thing is just that this AI, this entity has so much experience with how the butterfly effect works that they can pretty much drive fate. They have so much influence upon the world that they can literally just decide where fate will end at some point. They have that hindsight. They basically have hindsight and they can change it. So while like this imposing people's mind, like whatever, that's not a part of it, she can change fate. And through this change of fate, she's gonna prevent suicides and prevent people from developing anxiety and depression or something like that. That's what I'm guessing anyway, which pretty much does, considering my abilities, and I'll do exactly as he told me. I'm gonna give a chance to his ideal world, see how the planet evolves for a decade. Now there's a problem. After you told me all this, why do you think Donovan and I won't actively work to remove your power over this world? You won't. How can you be so sure? Because supercontinent forces are about to storm in and shoot you down. And I am not in favor of preventing deaths. Ooh. What? Yup. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Listen, I've been meaning to ask you something. You can ask me on a date? I bet you'd love that. But I'm being serious here, idiot. Okay, sorry. Shoot. Are you happy? What, of course. It's been a very lucrative endeavor. I'm talking about the job. I've been thinking about this since I learned about your condition. You know, your broken knee, your implant rejecting disease, you can't even leave this building. Yet you seem so fulfilled. That. Well, I'd always been this okay with my whole situation. But after nearly 2 decades confined to the Red Strings Club, I've had plenty of time for introspection. I reached the conclusion that I'm as free as anybody else on this planet. Everybody's got their set of constraints. Family, race, social status, gender, wealth. Even the powerful and privileged have their share of burdens. Same way depression hits us all in the same. Doesn't matter if you're a beggar or a rock star. I believe happiness can be attained in any context. That's true. Or to some degree, I guess. Seeing how you've got it all figured out, now I'm all embarrassed to be this sad and lost even though I have freedom, health, and youth. Didn't you hear what I said? Your circumstances don't matter. We're all screwed. We're all safe. That's true. Since you're getting deep, let me ask you something too. Why aren't you happy? I don't know what to do with my life. What would you say is the most important thing to be happy in life? That is very important. Self-realization. That is extremely important. It can be something creative, a moral cause, or even a sport. Find what excites you and then do it. But who knows, really? Ask me again next week and I may answer different. You're right. I like you, bartender. I like you too, whatever you are. It's a beautiful night. I don't mean to sound unprofessional, but What if I take a selfie with you? That doesn't sound unprofessional to me. Come here, let's do it. Are we gonna see their faces non-pixelated? Never mind. So was this before or after? I wonder when it was my fate was sealed. Pfft. Never expecting my death to be this epic. Can't complain, I guess. Hey Donovan, are you listening? Yeah, the network just came back online. Who did it, Brandis? Are you okay? Oh. I'm about to die. Because he's scared. I'm about to die. Some content security forces shot me and I fell through the office window. I'm falling to my death. About to hit the ground. No, that can't be. Luckily I'll bleed out before hitting the asphalt. That's a tall building. No. What are you saying? We did it. This can't be happening. We won. We did it. Yes, we won, baby. We did it. I know, baby. I'm scared too. Why can't we have our own freaking happy ending, huh? How many of us will have to suffer to get this world right? Will it ever be right? Brandis, I'll do it for you. I'll make everything right, you hear me? I'll create your ideal place. I'm gonna be your legacy. You're crazy. Thank you. Thank you for everything, Donovan. There's something super important you need to know before I end. Well, he needs to know. Akari is a super AI that controls the world. They control fate, the butterfly effect. I don't have much time to explain, but please look into it. I don't know if it's saying to go against them. But if there's anyone who can deal with them, it's you. You're the most amazing human being I've ever met, Donovan. What the hell are you saying, Brandis? Brandis, please. You can't die. Are you listening to me? Come back home. That's it? Oh my god. Well written, guys. I want to give props to the writers of this game. You did an amazing job. I actually want to give props to a lot of people at this game, but I want to, if there were some people I'd especially give props, it would be, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would be the writers, because this is a very unique experience. Very well done. Very well. Like, that was smart. Like, I had trouble with a lot of those ethical questions, because the boring things about ethical questions is that a lot of the time when they ask them, especially in games, it's very obvious. It's like, do you want to burn this guy to death, or do you want to shoot him, like in a World War or something like that? It's ethical questions that are very easy to answer, like, you know, okay, if you say this, you're gonna be the good guy, or if you say this, you're gonna be the bad guy. Like, you know that. Or, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get the good ending, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get the bad ending, but these were some good ethical questions, and I really felt like I didn't really know. I don't think there are there might be different endings. No, actually, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm kind of conflicted about that one, but it would seem weird if there were multiple endings to this, because that seemed very well rounded off, even though it ended sudden. We mean it's super hard to make a game. We went through a lot making this one. So getting to the very credits makes us super happy. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Deconstruct team. Very, very well done, guys. Very well done. That was an incredibly good project. And I'm actually surprised because this game feels a bit underrated. And the fact that I've known about this game for so long, like I saw a demo for this years ago. What's this? What's that? The end? Oh. Ooh. Oh, and it just ends. Ah, here we are. Back at the good old start. Okay. But yeah, that seemed to make sense. Because, like, that it was the start of the game that we were informed that Brandy's was gonna die. And in the end, like it makes sense. I don't think there would be multiple endings. That would be pretty weird. But I feel like the writing of this is very good. And I'm also just... I love ethical questions like this when they're done right. As mentioned, they're usually very obvious to tell, and they're very... Like, you get very transparent, like, you know you're gonna be the bad guy if you pick that choice, or the good guy. Here I was actually confused, but once again, there were a lot of up to opinion. And, like, if the developers actually put some sort of bad, good impact into that, that would be kind of weird, because they would be enforcing their own opinion. I don't know. And I know that it probably didn't make much sense, but it made you think. Like, it came with some good counter-arguments to every answer you gave. And, like, I don't think it's supposed to matter in the game, because it's still your opinion, but it came up with some good arguments, and it made you think, which is a lot about this game. It's just... Oh, this was such a good experience, and I actually went into this game, like, I saw the reviews said it was very good, but I hadn't really heard anything about it. But once again, it turned out that I'd actually played this game, the demo for it, quite a while back, and I don't think they meant for the project to be that ambitious. Like, from the very beginning, like, even in that, what was it? The clay modeling part, that was the demo. It asks some ethical questions, but it feels like that was the original project, but then they went way beyond and like, okay, this is just gonna be the minigame in this huge project about these ethical questions. But I love that. I love ideas that that make us ask questions about where we are now and stuff like that. Still, if we don't achieve equality in that far in the future, we've done something wrong. We're not very smart. But anyways, this game was great. I've played it all in basically just this day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel bad that I was betrayed by Robo Bay, but that was a very good plot twist, actually. I kind of had the expectation that it was gonna go, oh, bad AI, but then again, it wasn't really a bad AI, but this was a good game. I don't really know what'll come next, but this was a good game, and you've heard enough of me rambling, but just know that I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I hope you don't have to follow my like what I said, what I came out, like I gave a bunch of different ethical answers. You can come up with your own answer, or even play this game by yourself, see if it had different outcomes, because I don't really know. That's just a theory that there aren't any different outcomes. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Deconstruct team, for making this amazing game, and I'll catch you all in the next series. Peace.